What's going on, y'all? It's your boy No Credit. I'm back again with another one. I need you guys to do me a favor. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification icon for more videos like this. That being said, let's get into it. Man, I really like how Terence Crawford, I already like the guy because the guy is the one that got me into the sport of boxing. I've told my story multiple times how I got into the sport of boxing, how I started following boxing. It was because of Bud Crawford. If you guys haven't heard it, I'll say it again. I was a Floyd Mayweather fan. My first Floyd Mayweather fight was Floyd Mayweather versus, what's his name? Floyd Mayweather versus Oscar De La Hoya. That was my first fight. After that fight, I became a Floyd fan. I watched every single Floyd fight after that. And then I seen Terence Crawford fight. And my first Terence Crawford fight was Crawford versus Gamboa in 2014. And that fight just made me a fan of Bud. And I was like, man, this guy reminds me of Floyd Mayweather. He has defense like Floyd Mayweather, but he has an even better offense than Floyd Mayweather. Meaning, he has so much tools in his toolbox. Floyd Mayweather, he has a nice offensive tool set too. But Bud offense is a little bit more better because he's meaner with his attack. I know everybody wants to mention Pretty Boy Floyd, but we're just talking about Floyd overall. So Pretty Boy Floyd or Money May, I think Crawford offense is just a little bit better because the guy fights in both stands, has a very high IQ. And he breaks his guys down, and he punch with you, and he punch in between your punches. Floyd Mayweather, when you watch Floyd Mayweather, he throws accurate punches. He's a counter puncher, but he doesn't really punch with you, and he doesn't punch in between your punches. He's more of a calculated counter puncher. Crawford, he takes more risks. So his offense is definitely more pleasing to watch. You understand what I'm saying? More people will rather watch Terence Crawford fight than watch Floyd Mayweather fight. Let's be real. Crawford is more pleasing to the eyes offensively. He has more tools in his toolbox, and he brings a lot more to the table. When boxing fans watch a guy like Crawford, they're entertained just how when they watch a guy like Gervonta Davis. But anyway, that's why I became a fan of Bud. It actually made me go to the gym, and I've been supporting Bud ever since. But then when I came on YouTube, there was these guys called the LDBC, and I was listening to those guys. They were talking boxing. They were supporting every single black fighter. And I'm like, these guys are great for boxing. They're supporting all of the black fighters. But then they started hating on Bud. I'm like, whoa, what's going on here? It's not making sense. These guys are supposed to be for all black fighters, but somehow they're hating on Bud Crawford. It makes no sense. So they're clearly not pro-black. They're just pushing an agenda. And they were pushing promotional companies. And I'm like, I thought we was for the fighters and not promotional companies. So I was really confused. So they hated on Bud so much, it just made me say, you know what? These guys motivated me to make me start my own YouTube channel. So I'm thankful to the LDBC for talking their shit to make me. They hated on Bud so much that it made me turn to a YouTuber. So I could come over here and talk boxing and try to keep it non-biased and talk boxing and give credit where credit is deserved. So I'm thankful for the LDBC for talking all their bullshit on Bud. Motivate me to start my own YouTube channel. Anyway, fast forward. Terence Crawford has done everything he said he was going to do and continue to do that. On August 3rd, Terence Crawford will be going up against Israil Madrimov. And Crawford used to fight bigger guys. Bigger guys like this guy you see on the screen right here. And Jose Benavidez. And on August 3rd, he's going against a guy who on paper is supposed to be bigger, but when they stand next to each other, Crawford looks like the bigger man, which is a red flag. There's another big guy Crawford had for it, which was Jeff Horn, who ended up ending his career at 160. Kell Brook was another big guy. Sean Porter, another big guy. And they all suffered the same fate. And when Crawford fights a small guy, this is what happened. This is David Avanesian. We see he got knocked out viciously. And like I said, even though Crawford's moving up in weight to fight, on paper, what is supposed to be the bigger man in Israil Madrimov, but I believe Israil Madrimov will get KO'd stiff. Yeah, when I look at this matchup, you know, a lot of people want to say, man, Israil Madrimov is going to give Crawford a run for his money. He's Dmitry Bivol's sparring partner and all of this stuff they say. And I'm like, but if the film study don't lie. When I watch Israil Madrimov, I don't think he's the best 154-pound fighter. I like what Crawford is doing, though. Crawford is saying, oh, this guy is the best 154-pound fighter. That means Crawford is taking the fight very seriously. And that's how he's supposed to. That's his mentality. You know, he's supposed to say that. He's supposed to do that. Everybody's saying this is going to be Crawford's toughest fight. I disagree. I think this is going to be one of Crawford's showcase fight where he goes in there and he destroys Israil Madrimov like he did David Avanesian. Based on the fact that Israil Madrimov, he's inexperienced at the pro level, kind of similar to Gervonta Davis and Frank Martin. But the difference with that is Israil Madrimov is a champion and Frank Martin was never a champion. And honestly, like I said before, I don't like the fact that Israil Madrimov is too small and short. It's going to be right there for Terence Crawford to pick him apart all night long. And it's going to be a target practice in there, and Israil Madrimov will suffer the same fate a lot of guys suffer getting in the ring with Terence Bud Crawford. But the thing about this is, like I said, the size is really bothering me because I really believe because of his small stature, he's going to suffer a devastating knockout loss to Bud Crawford. Because he's literally going to be right there. Crawford won't have to work too hard. And he also fights with his hands down, so I can pretty much envision a nasty knockout. And Crawford's been posting sparring videos while sparring pictures of him really taking this fight seriously as if he was fighting Canelo Alvarez next. That's how hard he's training. You know, he's upped his training. He even started training camp way early than he's supposed to, like 2 to 3 months earlier than usual, bro. The man was in the gym training, in the UFC camp training, and I really feel bad for Israil Madrimov. I see Israil Madrimov getting knocked out in devastating fashion. It's your boy, No Credit, I'm out.